So you can hear me? Alright, this is the conventional or narrow stance deadlift. This is how I teach it to my athletes. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Alright, so the first thing is going to be my setup. Alright, my feet are going to be about hip width apart. So the cue is, if I were to march in place, or if I was about to do a vertical jump, where would my feet end up? Your body finds its optimal point where it wants to be from a power standpoint. For me, it's about hip width with my toes out slightly. That's me personally. Everybody's going to be a little different. So once I find my feet, in this case this is my stance, first step is going to be big chest, shoulders back. Then I'm going to go butt back, squat down to the bar. Notice, elbows are outside my knee, hands are outside my shins. What you'll see a lot of is being too narrow, and now the bar is forward in front of my foot. We don't want that. We want the bar over your shoelaces the whole time. So elbows outside the knees, hands outside the legs, bars over my shoelaces. It does not have to touch your shins. You shouldn't have to scrape it up your shin. Now, once I'm here in my setup, I'm going to pull this tension against the bar. Hear that clicking? That's the space between the top of the plate ring and the bar, right? That's called slack, is that space between the plate and the bar. Your first move is going to be pull your shoulder blades back, get your lats engaged and tight, and pull that slack out. That's going to create tension so I can pull, and there's not this instant yanking against your lower back, right? So my feet are set, shoulder blades back, lats tight, pull the slack out. Once I'm locked in against the bar and I've created that tension, my first move is going to be push with my legs, almost leg press the ground away. Notice I'm not shooting butt up and I'm not trying to pick it up with my back. I have that tension, I'm locked in, and I push with my legs, like a leg press machine. All right? Once I get to the bottom of my knee, I'm going to drive my hips through and meet the bar. All right? I'm not picking it up and I'm not leaning back. I'm tight, push, hips through. All right? Push, hips through. I can't stress that enough. It's not picking it up, it's pushing away and driving your hips through and meeting the bar. All right? So in one setup, this is what it looks like. So, feet are set, slack out, lats tight, push away, hips through. Notice I'm not hyperextended, I'm just tall. All right? So full setup here, tight. Yep. Do one more. Tight. Hips through. Notice the speed. It doesn't need to be slow. Lats tight. Hips through. Right. Now, I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see the side profile. It's important to get a little side reference here. Right. So notice my setup. Still bar still over my shoelaces. When I get set up here, my hips, not quite a squat, hips are fairly high, right? So notice, shoulders, knees, bar, ankle, all in one line. So now when I push, the bar moves in one straight line, and now I get hips through, right? So you'll notice the bar doesn't really come back, the bar goes in a straight line. And so does my line of force production. Knees, ankles, hips, it's all going straight down, and the bar moves in one straight line, right? So, the plate's going to block your view a little bit, but at least you can see it. Shoulder blades back, push away, hips through. Control down, tight, push away, hips through. All right?